friends, welcome back to my channel. Chazz here. I'm here for another Love After Lockup recap. How y'all doing? Honey, last night's episode was good. I enjoyed last night's episode. But what I learned from this cast of barnacles is that no one, and I mean no one on this cast I care nothing about. And it proves to me that everybody on this cast they ain't. It blows my mind. The men and the women that gets out of prison, they feel like that they deserve everything. Entitled. Don't have no job, no license, no car. Some of them ain't got no dignity, no morals about themselves, ain't got a pot to piss in, or window to throw it out of. See, y'all know that saying. See, this is the cast. Right there. That's what that saying means when it comes to this cast. And then all of a sudden, we are in episode 5. And Love After Lockup producers thought it was a good idea to bring another fool into the mix. Really? You think we gonna care about Chazz? A 50-some-year-old man who's in a heavy metal garage band? I swear, if I can see any of you Love After Lockup producers, I'll paint you. He lives in Kentucky, and he haven't had the best outcome when it comes to women. He's been married 4 times. 4 times. And his last wife died of an overdose. I mean, just sad. So, of course, he went on inmatesIneedtofindlove.com and come across, yo, what's her name? Bradwin. Now, Bradwin is a very pretty girl, okay? Well, woman, she's 40 years old. Now, what we see is pretty, but we all know that's filter face. Filters all over the place. So, of course, his heavy metal band members, child, if they say they worried, did y'all see what his homeboys look like? Chazz, they're telling you they worried. But here's Chazz, straight-laced Chazz, in a heavy metal garage band and wearing polos. Ain't he like in IT or something? So he gets a call from Bradwin, child, outside by that nasty ass dumpster. I'm gonna need for y'all to take out the trash. Put the guitar down and call the trash people. Just junky. I said, Jesus Christ. So here he is talking to him. He says that, you know, they have a good connection. It is the love. Bradwin is the love of his life. So he goes and visits his sister. Okay. Let me just add this. He's ex-military and he loves his cats. So he goes to his sister's house. His sister, of course, is hesitant over Bradwin. What you doing with this girl? You find this girl. Why are you talking to this girl? So here is Chazz talking about how much he loves her, how he wants to spend the rest of his life with her. And he tells his sister, guess what? I'm going to marry this girl as soon as her feet hit the street. We're going to get married. And the sister was like, you going to get married? Boy, what are you talking about? He says, listen, I bought a wedding ring over a year ago. And she was like, you bought a wedding ring? What you off there doing that for? This is a terrible mistake. Listen, you have been married 4 times. And now this is going to be your 5th marriage? Boy, you got rocks in your head. The sister says that her brother has been used, thrown out like a used tissue have in the past. And the sister feel like that Brandon is going to do the same. Can we move on now? The sister talked to Brandon on the phone. Now we can move on. Let's talk about Chance and Taylor. I can't stand Chance, y'all. I really don't like Chance. What a pompous, smug man he is. Pot to piss in, not a window to throw it out of. That's Chance. But for some reason, he think he got a pot of gold. So they want to go out so they can get a little intimacy on. So Taylor asked Bobby to watch the girls. Now for some reason, Bobby is stuck in her room. She has not stepped foot out that room. She ain't in front of them cameras. She's not talking to the cameras. Y'all remember before Bobby was all into the talking and she was out in the open, we ain't seen Bobby since. Bobby, you okay, girl? You okay? Because see, we know Bobby have a history of substance abuse. You okay? So there's Chance, looking like a doofus. So Bobby was like, of course I'll watch the kids. So they're driving around, trying to find a spot to do the little bump, bump, bump. So in all of the places they could find, they come to a cemetery. A cemetery. Why y'all up in the cemetery? Them dead people ain't did nothing to y'all. They are in peace. And y'all up there doing a little bump, bump, bump with your stinking sick. So here is Taylor, done climbed on top of Chance. And the love at the Lockup producers. It's time for y'all to, you know what, I will pinch you. I will. Why do you think we want to see that? I don't want to see no climbing. I don't want to see no tonguing. I don't want to hear no slurping noises. I damn sure don't want to hear Chance talking about, oh. I was like, so after they finish that, they go back home. There ain't no sign of Bobby. Bobby's still in her room. The girls are playing. There's pillows all over the floor. They jumping from the couch to the little circular chair. They're being kids. But of course, they make it out like the kids done set the house on fire. It was some pillows on the floor and the kids was jumping. Only thing you had to do is have the kids pick up the pillows and say, sit your tail down. That's it. See how easy that was? But of course, it had to be made a big issue. Chance come talking about, you see this? You see this? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I don't like. This crap. Your sister's supposed to be watching them, and look, the house is a mess. So here's Taylor. Taylor goes to Bobby and like, Bobby, you in there? Bobby was like, yeah. She was like, you talked to the, have you checked on the girls? So Bobby said, yeah, twice, they good. And so Taylor said, they done tore my house up. And Bobby said, they did? I was just out there, it was good. So here's Chance running his penis sucker. I said it. He come talk about what he would have done, what he's not gonna tolerate. And little Miss Girl, she said, let me tell you something. See, this is my mama's house. You ain't gonna be coming up in here telling us what we need to do. See, this is my mama's house. See, Chaz idiot self done got checked 2 weeks in a row by a child. Spell it with me, y'all. L-O-S-E-R. Spell loser. See, Chance is a loser. That's what he is. He up there in Taylor's home telling her what he's not tolerate. Pot, piss, not a window to throw out of. But you up in there trying to be boss and run things. You can't even get your license. You're getting checked by a child. And can I just add? Now they were out in the wild by the cemetery having cemetery sex. They come up in the house. How much you want to bet? 9 of them washed their hands. They didn't sanitize their hands. They ain't got no Lysol in that vehicle. They just come in the house touching those girls, especially Chazz. And I don't like Chazz all up on that couch with that girl, rubbing her back with his nasty hands. He's disgusting. Taylor, get that man out your house. Taylor, get that man out your house. How many times we need to say it? So now, Chazz, his face is cracked by a child. He come talk about, well, what about this? What about if I get my own place? And then I can make my own decisions. Chazz, shut up. See, in order for you to get your own place, that requires good sense. You don't have that. Again, you can't even get your license. So he's still running his mouth. Taylor is like, listen, you're blowing this way out of proportion. Taylor, you shouldn't be letting him blow it out of proportion. Shut that down. Peen can't be that good, Taylor. And Taylor, why are you walking around here looking like a wet rag? See what happens when you got a no good person by your side? Just everything about you just collapses. So he's talking trash about Bobby. Bobby hears it. She gets upset and she leaves. Taylor said, Lord, she gone. Her car's gone. She gone. And then there is stupid ass Chazz talking about, well, she grown. Oh. My Will Smith almost came out, y'all. Let's move on, child. Now let's talk about Lacy and Antoine. Y'all remember Antoine's drunk mama told Lacy that her son ain't. Y'all remember that? She said, my son is a liar. My son is dangerous. And that's the reason why he's been in and out of prison. My son ain't. So here's Lacy. It's time to pick up Antoine. 38. That's a hard 38. I mean, that's a hard 38. She's going to go pick up Antoine. She's ready. And guess what, y'all? Antoine arrives. Antoine's a big dude. He's tall, he's big, and he's childish. Now, they did their little kissy, huggy, and that was it. That was it. He didn't want to have nothing to do with Lacy. I mean, he says that he's happy to see Lacy. He says that Lacy is his boo. He says that Lacy is the one, but his actions told differently. He didn't want him touching her. He didn't want her touching him. Did y'all see how when she was rubbing his beard, he was like this? She went in for that good old kiss. He was like, ugh, it's sticky. She wanted to hold his hands, and he was like, oh man, you sweaty fool. That's how you talk to your woman. You fresh. You fresh out of prison. And you don't want her touching you, kissing you, holding you, caressing you. I tell you, these men, fools. Okay? Maybe you like prison a little too much. Because, see, you was talking about how y'all turned up. How you was We turn up, fool. What? I believe Mama Antoine. Lacy, run. This ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. Not here, not there, not tomorrow, not this week. He don't want you. He wants to go right back to prison. Something about Antoine isn't right. And guess what, y'all? Spoiler alert. Antoine already back in jail. Already back in jail. I guess he up in there turning up. Child, I'm tired of these two. Let's move on. Talk about Kayla and Martell. Who's worse, y'all? Martel or Chance? Who's worse? Martel, y'all know he cut a shine and he left. Talk about he mad because the stove was dirty and there's some laundry. That made him furious. So he leaves. Now he said he went to his grandma's house. Was it the grandma or the grandpa? Either way, I think you're lying. Born tonight, not last night. So here is Kayla waiting for him. Ain't heard from him. Kayla said that he's an alpha male. Is that right, Kayla? Is that what he is? So she says that she expects an apology for his behavior and how he talked to her. He was disrespectful to me and I expect an apology. Well, here he comes. Okay? He comes through the door. He didn't have no apology, but he had a dining room table. So he comes in there like nothing happened. Talk about, hey, baby, go in for the kisses. She said, I know you lied. I know you lied. Get your lips away from me. She said, you got a nerve. She said, you coming up in here and you're not even apologizing to me? What the F is wrong with you? You done lost your mind. I deserve an apology. So she's going off on Martel. And yes, she raised her voice. First of all, he wouldn't have darkened my doorway, but I ain't there. So she raised her voice, and then here he comes. Who you talking to? Who you think you effing talking to? Don't be talking to me like that. Don't be talking to me. Don't be raising your voice to me. Who you talking to? Who you talking to? You better not be raising. And she raised her voice. What you gonna do about it, Martel? Oh, that's right. You're an alpha male. Pot, piss, window, throw it out of. He's actually sitting there justifying his behavior over a crumbs on the stove and laundry. She said, you owe me an apology. You disrespected me. He said, I don't know what conversation you was in. He says he did not disrespect her. He embarrassed her. If she was embarrassed, he apologized for that. But he did not disrespect her, which means he's not going to apologize for that. Oh. So Kayla, she gets upset. They still going back and forth with each other, fussing. And so here's Martel. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Oh, you mean you want me to cook something on that stove that's so disgusting? The same way you came in is the same way you leave. Go get you something to eat. So she said, what you want to eat? Shrimp Alfredo from the strip club. I said, you thick neck, gold tooth. You look like you eat a whole pan of fried fat back. Fool. Kayla, get that man at your house. Kayla, you moved from, where was it, y'all? Pittsburgh to Atlanta to be with this? He is controlling and mean. Do y'all not think that was mean? Kayla, get this man at your house. Get this man out of your house. Let's move on. Child, let's talk about the trio of fools. Okay, number 3. We got Kevin, Curtis, and Tiffany. As we know, Tiffany is at the halfway house. She's leaving with Curtis. Kevin's there. Curtis and Kevin got words. Curtis got his hands behind his back talking trash. Kevin said, "Bah!" Y'all, when I tell you Curtis hit that ground, and bang, bang, Curtis was like this. Child, he was stiff. Honey, his glasses was crooked. His hat was cockeyed. He didn't know what day of the week it was. The cops, they are fake cops, okay? I guess it's the security for the halfway house. So, Kevin done punched this dude. Curtis out. Kevin is getting in his car. Backing up. So the fake cop was trying to pull Curtis out of the way so Kevin won't run him over. Tiffany is inside of the vehicle with the producers talking about, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I picked the wrong dude. I picked the wrong one. See, in high school, I seen Curtis get in a couple of fights and he won. But right now, he's slow and dumb. I picked the wrong dude. I'm going to have to come up with an excuse. Kevin sure did look good with that right hook. Tiffany, you're a whole biatch out here. You're a trifling heifer. So, here they are. They done picked Curtis up. Curtis got scrapes on his forehead, on his face, child. They tried to wake him up. They done called the rescue squad. I said, damn. Meanwhile, Kevin, he down the road talking about I think that the cops may be after me, Mama said, what happened, baby? I done knocked Curtis out. I effed him up. I knocked him the F out. And so I was like, what? So Kevin done knocked down the cameras and he's talking about that he may go to jail. Meanwhile, Curtis is still like that, child. He can't see this way or that way, honey. So here's Curtis pulling up to Tiffany. You need a ride? Tiffany kept talking about she's nervous. She's stressed. She got a little bit of anxiety, child. So she made up this excuse. She don't want to see Curtis because she just seen Curtis hit the ground. So she's choosing Kevin. Now, just 30 minutes ago, Kevin was like, what's up, shorty? You walked by him, got in Curtis's truck and kissed him. Now, all of a sudden, you feel some anxiety and stress, and you don't know what to do. Again, Tiffany is a bitch. A no good one. She's trifling. So here she is calling Kevin. And guess what Kevin did, y'all? Instead of hanging up on this cow, he's talking to her. He's going to go back and pick her up. Fools, I tell you, when in between there is just stupid. Let's move on. Last and certainly least, Harry and Andy. Harry, he's still walking around here like he owns the joint. Harry really think that he is about it. Immature. So they're going to go see a spiritual counselor to talk about their relationship. We bring in, so Love After Lockup producers done brought in Cindy. Where'd y'all find Cindy from? So they done brought in Cindy to talk about their relationship, the future of their relationship. You know, Cindy come talking about that he got anger problems and she's not really sure about this relationship, but Indy's very sure about this relationship. Meanwhile, Coco is in there with them. So, of course, Harry isn't buying none of this. Because, see, Harry says Indy is all for marriage and children, but she needs to slow down. See, they just been talking via phone and letters. They haven't been together long enough to have this type of relationship. Shut up, Harry. You the one that was talking about how you love Indy, how you wanted to be with Indy. See, all that behind prison doors. But once you got out of prison, you've been tripping. Just telling lies, openly cheating on her, and Indy sitting up there looking stupid. Love after Lockup producers. You're not fooling me. You're not fooling me. I want all of you to go back and look at Harry's hair when he was inside of Cindy's office. Look at his hair. It was dry. It needed to be rebraided. It was all busting loose from the braids. Don't look at the outfit. Look at the hair. Now, I want y'all to look at Harry's braids when he takes that phone call from the other girl, okay? When he says, that's my P.O. calling me, look at his hair. It was freshly braided, freshly done, grease scalp shining. He didn't have that stupid scrunchie at the end of his hair. Love and Lockup producers, I paint you. I paint you. And who is this chick that he was talking to? Because see, the Love after Lockup producers want us to think that this is a girl that he's talking to. If you are talking to a girl, your side girlfriend, why is she saying stuff like, oh, how's Indy? How's she doing? And he says she good, I'm with her now. And he's peeking behind a brick building. That is not the same scene. They don't put two scenes together. See, this is why I don't believe nothing about this show. Again, look at the braids. So then he's talking about, you know, she's moving fast. He don't know if he wants this because he wants to have fun. And then he gonna talk about get right or get left. I swear to God, I wish somebody would throw a book at him. An actual book. Throw a coloring book at him. Throw something. Throw one of Coco's books at him. Harry is a whole idiot out here walking amongst us. So Indy and Harry are talking. Now, maybe y'all knew this. I didn't know this. Maybe I did. Did y'all know that Harry had a daughter? I didn't think, I was like, he got a daughter? Come to find out, Harry has a daughter. Baby mama's name Fatima. Daughter's name is Ava. So, of course, he's out and he wants to see his daughter. He wants to spend time with his daughter. His daughter don't even know her daddy. He been in prison the whole time. So here's Indy. Indy was like, all right, that's cool, but I want to be involved. I mean, that child is going to be around me. So I need to meet up with Fatima. I need to talk to Fatima. We're going to have to, you know, talk this out. So Harry said, I don't think that's a good idea. Indy said, oh, well. And then we have Coco. Here is Coco, again, getting dragged from here to there. The baby looked tired, her hair all over her head. And Indy, you are taking this girl everywhere. She has not been sit still or stable. She probably to smoke. You should have smoked before you got in the vehicle. You're going to be smoking around my daughter. Here she is, too busy worried about what Harry doing, what Harry thinking. She's over there talking about what if Fatima wants to get back with Harry. Instead of worrying about your daughter looking tired, her hair all over her head, and smoke in her face. Indy, I swear, where's Mama Yolanda? Where's Mama Yolanda? Come get your grandbaby, please. Now, I'm this close. I'm really this close to just going full cussing out on Indy. Full cussing out. Just absolutely ridiculous. So Harry gets to Fatima. Fatima was like, hey, honey, Fatima don't care nothing about Harry, okay? But that daughter, adorable. Y'all, the kids on these shows are just adorable. And he says he wants to spend time with Ava. Ava is so cute. I think she looks like Cardi B's, I think she favored Cardi B's daughter a little bit. She's just a cutie. And so Fatima and Harry's talking. And so she was like, what's up with you? And so he was like, well, I'm looking for a third shift job right now. I'm trying to get myself together, but you know, hiccups. And I just got pulled over not too long ago for driving without a license. The way Fatima looked at him, she went, you ain't gonna do right. You ain't gonna do right, boo. So she said, well, that's all good. And we'll see what happens. Who brought you here? He was like, oh, my girl. She was like, oh, you got a girlfriend? Okay, that's good. That's good. He was like, yeah, you know, she want to meet you. She said, not right now. Let's see how you handle being with your daughter without your girlfriend. See, I get to her in a minute. Honey, she was checking Harry. I was like, you better say it, Fatima. That boy is spoiled and entitled. He thinks that he can get whatever he wants. So he could talk about, well, you know, what about me getting Ava 1 or 2 nights? She said, nope. She said, I don't know her. I don't know your girl. I barely know you. My daughter ain't leaving my side. I can't be having my daughter around somebody I don't know. That's my daughter. Her safety comes first. I was like, come on, Fatima. But she said, now, if you want to come and spend time with your daughter, that's fine. But don't be bringing no mess. I was like, Harry, you getting on my nerves. You really, truly are. You and Indy. And I want Coco to be okay. That's it, y'all. That's it. Y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends.